That sounds good to me, so let's get rolling. Literally. Literally rolling. Okay, so, as you can see, it is the SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN run. SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN build. No, this is not a boss fight mod or thing where, I'm going to actually get SMOUGH and, ORNSTEIN and actually have them fight Elden Ring bosses. I'm afraid that you're going to have to go to another channel for that sort of thing. But as far as a build that is like SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN, or at least SMOUGH plus ORNSTEIN, this is what I got going. Anyway, let me get this officially started. Hey Fart fans, it's Dave, and welcome back for another exciting run through Elden Ring with another crazy, silly build. And for this week, we are doing SMOUGH plus ORNSTEIN. Not SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN because there's no one else to play ORNSTEIN, but there is SMOUGH. Here's our little roundy, our poly guy here. And the part of ORNSTEIN shall be played by Christoph. Thank you, Christoph, for playing the role of ORNSTEIN. He is not quite ORNSTEIN-ish, but he has a spear. He can cast lightning spells, maybe not the same lightning spells, and he has a dash attack. I didn't know he had a dash attack, but he has a dash attack. That can actually, well, it's more of a shield slam dash attack that knocks people over, but it's a dash attack. And yes, he has a shield, and he uses the shield, but I don't know what to tell you. He was the only other summons in the game that, mostly fits the bill, and I'm pretty sure... no, never mind, I was going to say something else, but... yeah, no, it's the best I got. The only real lightning-using summons, Spear Dash, that also has a spear, and it's the best I got without resorting to cheats and mods, which I do not have access to on the PS5, nor do I particularly care for, because in my mind, the fun of creating the characters as is with the tools on hand is what makes this interesting. If I could just use a cheat, then, what's the fun in all this? And so here's the look. Here's what we got going. Yes, I got the main roly-poly armor. Unfortunately, the SMOUGH armor is not in Elden Ring. This is the best I got. It's the only armor that gives me the big belly, right? Because ORNSTEIN's or SMOUGH's armor has the big belly. And I got some golden boots and hands because he also had big boots and big hands. It doesn't match the armor, but I don't know what to tell you. There's only one armor of this type in the whole game, so this is what I got. And I got his little helmet face. His helmet was just a face. Just a sort of round-cheeked face that was kind of funny looking. So this is the best I could do for that. I'm actually aware there is another helmet that has also a kind of similar face. That's actually even a better fit than this one, but I don't seem to have it on this PS4 file. I have it on my PS5 file. I don't have it on the PS4 file, and I'm not quite sure where it is. I'll have to look for it later. But I could have sworn there was a second one, so I'm going to have to look for that. And then, of course, we have the great big hammer. Oh, yeah. Now, unfortunately, it is not exactly the same as SMOUGH's hammer. It has this whole fiery motif going on here, but it is SMOUGH's hammer. In many ways, it's very similar. And more importantly, it does this, which is SMOUGH's attack, if you remember. He pushes the hammer, he puts it on the ground, he pushes it, slam, even the same. Everything about how this hammer works and how, the way the attacks execute, everything, it's SMOUGH's hammer. I don't know what to tell you. It just has a whole fire thing going on. I can't do anything with the fire stuff. I'm sorry, there's nothing that can be done about the fire stuff. But it is SMOUGH's hammer in every way except the motif and the fire attack. But that's okay, it can still be used. It can still be used. It's still going to be what I'm going to be using. And, oh yeah, I can have my butt slam, because SMOUGH has a butt slam. Alright? So there's all my abilities. This is one of the more simpler builds I've ever had to set up. And then, of course, as far as stats, it's a pretty simple setup. Strength. I needed endurance really high to wear all this damn armor. I had to put summon faith because, some of these abilities do use faith, and because SMOUGH is a faithful guy, he must be, he serves the gods, and I ended up having to take away from vigor to make room for all the stats. I'm actually going to need more mine as I go forward, because Kristoff is an expensive summon. And these abilities are not that cheap as I thought they'd be, so mine is going to come into play more than I was expecting it. I'm going to have to get my Vigor up first, because SMOUGH is also a tough boy, so he's going to need the extra HP. So anyway, let's just get going with this. Now, I'm not at my best tonight, so this is going to be a shorter stream. I don't know how long I can go before I get too tired. I'm already actually really tired. It was not a good day for me. Not a good night for me last night. So this is gonna be excuse me. This is gonna be a shorter stream, but I do have myself set up at all the various boss checkpoints, so I can get through them really quickly. So let's just get going, shall we? So there'll be less running time. I'm also not gonna do a lot of side bosses. I just gotta go straight. I'm just gonna go straight to the big boys whenever possible. You're in the way. I'm just going to go right to the big boys whenever possible. So no Placiduous saxophones or magma worms or any of that. No, I'm just going straight to the main bosses. Maybe I'll do them in secondary building video. So let's just get to the first boss. Whoops, that was habit. I don't need that. Come on, Ornstein. There you go. We got the two. The duo is here. The dynamic duo. Yeah. Oh, you avoided it, you bastard. Butt slam. Should be trying to avoid rolling with him, because SMOUGH is definitely not a roly-poly boy, so just try and stick to the classic setup for SMOUGH, and there he goes. But I mean, come on, it's the first boss. It's going to be quick and easy. So whatever, he's down. That doesn't mean anything. Of course, he was going to go down quickly and easily. So let's just keep moving. Level up. Got to get my vigor back, because I had to sacrifice that to get all the other stats up. I really had to get endurance really high to wear all this stuff without having any load problems, because it was quite bad. It was overloaded. What's my armor level? Ooh, 45. 46, 45, 42. Ooh. This armor is already really good. So with this setup, I don't have to worry too much about spamming crab, but I will probably use crabs anyway.
Well, but of course.
Also, I should probably make adjustments. I got a test to see. I mean, I could just do this all together. Oh, right, I'm using believe it or not, I'm using the Great Shield Talisman on this. I mean, I couldn't really think of much else to add to this, because yes, I know there's that attack is a fire attack, so it seems like it should be obvious to put some fire on here, but I'm not. SMOUGH doesn't really use fire. He uses lightning, well, in second phase, right? And I don't really want, so I don't want to resort to, so I'm not going to buff my fire attack or anything to take advantage of the attack. It's not meant to be, I'm only using a fire attack because I have to. I don't have any other choice. That's just, if I want to use this ability, I have to use a fire attack. So I'm not going to buff it, because it's not really Ornstein's thing, or SMOUGH's thing. It's, well, lightning is Ornstein's thing, but SMOUGH doesn't really do fire. So we're not going to buff his fire attack. In fact, I mean, I can't avoid it, but the things I can avoid, I will avoid it. If I can't avoid it, I can't avoid it. If I can't avoid it, I will. So we're not going to be doing any of that. I didn't change this, did I? So none of that. Now, I also know that in his second phase, he does get the lightning damage. But again, I am not going to... Well, I don't see a reason to get all lightning-y with the hammer. Plus, I don't want to change the prelate's charge attack. because there's really no option. You got to put fire on. If you're not putting on like any of the physical bonuses or the physical effects, you got to have fire. And so I don't have the option to make a lightning hammer, and it's not really necessary anyway. I don't think. The only real major lightning attack that he has, at least I really should have reviewed this. I haven't fought SMOUGH ORNSTEIN in ages, but I'm pretty sure the only real massive lightning attack was the butt slam. All right, and second phase he has butt slam that gets all lightning. Now I actually accounted for that because golden slam will be that version of the butt slam, right? But golden slam is not a lightning attack; it's a holy attack, which is fair. He is a faith-based type of character, but I'm only really going with golden slam because it has the same coloring, like the yellowish coloring that the lightning slam he had in Dark Souls. So that's really the only reason I have golden vow, because the coloring is most similar. However, I am not using it right now because golden slam has some heavy face scaling to it. It can actually be more powerful than regular slam, but I'm operating under the impression here that, well, he only goes lightning mode in second phase if Ornstein dies. So I'm just going to use non-second phased. I'm using first phase SMOUGH for now. So I'm using just regular butt slam. Come on, Ornstein. Let's beat this guy up. All I can do. All I can do is whistle that song. That's it. That's all I can do. I gotta stop. I should be guarding. Damn it. I should be guarding and not dodging. He's not a dodgy type. That's one of the reasons why I went with the oop, I did it again. Shouldn't be jumping. I mean, he's not really a jump slam type. But with the way this build is going, or just the setup in general, like, I don't really need... I only put that there because I couldn't think of what else to add. This is a pure heavy build. Now, normally I'd go quality, but it turns out some of these abilities, especially butt slam, they are heavily weighted to heavy weapons, so I can't just change it to quality because apparently that makes it weaker, supposedly. I am not 100% sure on that one, to be fair. But okay, let's go to... Let us go. Do the hold. Do our little side quest here. Off to round table hold. So butt slam is apparently weighted towards heavy weaponry. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that means that if you change it from heavy to quality, apparently butt slam doesn't do quite as much damage. So I am not going to be going quality this time. Apparently there's no real benefit to it. But apparently there's a lot of benefit to two-handed weapon or a strength weapon even at 99 strength, because the additional bonus for two-handing strength still increases. It still increases that modifier for two-handing weapon even at 99 strength. It's sort of like over. You're gonna have to get to some of these people who are like experts on this sort of thing, because I only just I'm just going from what I remember about it. But the general idea is even at 99 strength, because two-handing increases your overall damage from just two-handing, that modifier for strength, it's static, right? So even though 99, you're not gaining any real bonuses to strength anymore, or to damage, because as a percentage increase, it's still worth it. And apparently, if you were to use strength increasing items, supposedly that strength bonus still carries over even if you are max strength, or something like this. So it's still worth doing, just because of two-handing, whereas none of this is true with Dex. At 99 dex, that's it. You're done. Two-handing makes no difference for dex, but for heavy, this is a thing. Although I do believe it's supposed to be more significant. Yes, the festival's already started. Yes, I already sort of set everything up here. So yes, we're going through this much more quickly than usual tonight, but like I said, it's going to be a shorter stream. So anyway, I will be keeping my weapons on heavy, even though quality would do more damage, because apparently all this stuff is weighted towards heavy. Butt Slam is weighted towards heavy, and Pretty Late's Charge is not really weighted towards heavy. It's actually weighted more towards fire. I think one of the fires, not fire damage. Actually, I think it's the other fire damage, but that's not going to do fire. So I got to stick heavy. So which means I got to find all my damage bonuses from the percentage bonuses, rather than doing quality stuff. So I gotta find all my options. Like, this is what set this off. Like, Rotten Ring Sword Signia is normally a good idea, but I don't attack very often. And like I said, I want to avoid being a dodge machine, so that's the Great Shield Talisman. Actually, this weapon's guard negation is surprisingly high. 60 guard boost, 82 physical resistance. This is actually a pretty good guarding weapon. It's, well, only for physical, not really much of everything else, but it's actually a shockingly good defensive weapon. Normally you got to get there's only a couple of weapons out there that are good defensively. Unfortunately, I can't summon Ornstein in this fight, so I got to summon everyone else. Or maybe I shouldn't. You know what? The fact that Ornstein does run around, or the fact that SMOUGH does run around with Ornstein, just goes to show that it's perfectly acceptable for him to have help. So I am going to summon these two, and like I said, I am not feeling my greatest tonight, so I'm just looking to get through these quickly. And let's face it, these early bosses are nothing special anyway. They're never an exciting fight, so... Okay, I gotta try to stop dodging. I gotta be more guardy. Whoop! Damn it, I shouldn't do jump attacks either. Now, the deal with SMOUGH is, when there's an enemy at a distance, you'll usually do the sweep attack. Not used to playing it slow. Oh, I gotta remember to use the butt slam. I gotta switch weapons to the butt slam. Now his butt slam is incoming. Rodan butt slam incoming. Although it's more of a meteor butt slam. I can do it too! Whoop. Oh no, mine went through it! He did his butt slam and I countered my own, but mine actually went off. Boom! Whoa, that hurts. Oh, it really hurts. Oh, nice. Although it's not like 5,000 HP or anything crazy, or what we were getting from the rain of arrows, but it's not bad. See, that's why I need to focus more on percentage damage. So I gotta use more buffs with him. Too bad I can't use anything like Braggart's Roar or anything. So I'm gonna have to figure... Oh, I suppose Divine Vow would be legal on this build. Because, I mean, I don't know if SMOUGH was necessarily a very holy type, but he did serve the gods, so he should have some understanding or appreciation of all that stuff. Okay, next up we are going right to Lendl, super quickly. Super quick. This is a shorter stream, so we are going to go just right to those guys. No screwing around tonight. No messing around, no code. I don't know what their code would be anyway. I don't know, enemies of the gods? So, I mean, that would include something like Rickard, but again, not tonight. I'm just not going to do. I'm not taking. I'm not going to be messing around tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have more time for secondary bosses, because usually in the tomorrow there aren't really that many bosses. Usually just Millennia takes up all the time. But if they don't, then I'll make room. But usually I use the extra time to go after DLC bosses. I've been thinking about some of the other builds. The more I think about the rogue assassin build, I am not certain yet if it's going to be like a World of Warcraft style thing, or if it's going to be like an actual Black Knife build. Although I don't like to do like builds from Elden Ring. I don't like to just say, "Oh, I'm a Death Knight," or like Elden Ring Death Knight, or I'm a Black Blade, because those kind of builds is like, well, everyone's going to do those. There's nothing particularly special about them. Well, okay, I guess there is something special about recreating those builds from the game, but they're the sort of thing that everyone's probably figured out by now. Really? Or like, I know people creating SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN is probably, I'm sure people figured that out too, but at least this is from a completely different Dark Souls game, so there's a little more challenge involved in trying to make it work. But just recreating builds from within Elden Ring, from all the classes and characters that are already in the game, it's like, well, I don't think that's as exciting, because it's just a matter of just get the armor, just get the right armor and the right spells or whatever, and you're good. And that's something like everyone can do. There's no, okay, she's gonna talk.
For bringing me here and thus.
So I'm not sure yet if it's gonna be a Black Knife build, or I'm not even sure yet. It might even be something original from no particular game or anything, because I kind of like the idea of, like, I don't just stab people in the back, but even like blow people away or something when they, you stab in the back and they explode or something. Oh wait, was there a game where you stab someone in the back and then they explode? Could have sworn there was. Anyway, never mind that. But I do like the idea of doing a run that's not just as simple as just beating bosses. Right? I like this idea, like, all I'm doing is hunting NPCs, because I can, well, A, I can actually backstab them, right? And B, it's just something a little different. It's no longer about beating bosses. Well, I mean, there have to be some bosses defeated, but as long as I have access to all the possible NPCs, and I mean like fightable NPCs or like invaders, I don't mean just every NPC, although I can kill other NPCs, sure, no problem. Come on, Ornstein, we have another challenger. So stop dodging, I gotta get used to that. Okay, I'm at a distance, I use this. Oh, come on. trying to block with this axe, or hammer, but you know what? I'm probably never gonna stop jumping. It's just too. Oh, finally got it out. You got butt slammed with my mighty ass cheeks. Buns of steel and a half. No, buns of titanium, buns of adamantium. Holy buns. Oh, nothing stronger than the holy buns. So yeah, anyway, that assassin build, however I end up doing it, sounds like it could be fun, interesting. Now, we should start getting to a point now where Ornstein will have more... He'll be more noticeable in these fights, but for now, not so much. Ooh. Oh, she might be too fast for this. Ooh, she's a Dark Souls player, all right. Not the buns. Okay, now she got stuck in the corner. Oh shit. Oh shit. That would have been. Okay, the buns of steel. Their only weakness is gravity. That would not have been a good place to go off. Okay, almost got my vigor to where it should be. Already here. Okay, good. So this is fast. It's going really fast. Well, then again, it should be going fast. I set up everything beforehand to be at all the main points. Should I summon? No, I got Ornstein. I don't need to summon you. I got Ornstein. I don't think I can ever just stop dodge rolling, so you're just gonna have to get used to it. Ooh, you are fast. That's right, Ornstein. You spam those lightning bolts. Okay, I may be trying to avoid dodging and actually blocking with the axe, but if I had done that just then, I would have been dead. Maybe I'll do a guard counter boost. Yay! Da, 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 da. Now we go knock. You have to knock on the door. Hey, Radagon! You hear that knock? Get up! Nope. Radagon is busy doing whatever he's doing in there. I don't know what he actually technically doing, but he's busy apparently.
Our Annie prevented the thorn, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide. Shall I turn your rune?
As usual, get that vigor up. And I'm going to fix my mixed physics flask, so enhanced attack spirit. Yes, that should be just fine. More likely to break enemy stances. Certainly helps. But I lose a lot of FP when I summon Ornstein, so I'm going to get some FP restoration. I mean, if I could have like a percentage-based damage increase, that would be great, but it doesn't seem to be an option. Usually a Prelate's Charge activates Rotten Wing Insignia. I don't know if it does. It's hard to tell if it does because I'm surrounded by red fire after during that attack, so I can't see the buff. And the buff doesn't last very long, so... Okay, buddy, you are going to be my guinea pig. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. And now I gotta see if it, not here, I'm gonna get completely zerged. So I guess now the question is... I mean, that's totally worth it. But I have to use Prelate's Charge. I'd rather have the percentage bonus all the time. Now, I could easily have the percentage bonus all the time if I add something like, I don't know, jump attacks or something like that, but... like I said, I'm trying to avoid being jumpy attacky because I don't remember SMOUGH being like a jump attack type. He'd do this more often. I think he even had like a baseball-like swing. And he'd just do a butt slam if he wanted to do a jumping attack, right? So I want to avoid being all jumpy attacky. The Great Shield Talisman also works on weapons, you know. It doesn't just work on lightning. Ooh. Why do I have such low lightning negation? Oh, right. It's dragon armor. Okay, so my lightning... reduction is shit, but that is okay because I do have options for that. Well, okay, well I'll keep using the Great Shield Talisman for now because it does affect my. You know what? This rune here sort of works for this build. So maybe I'll go grab that quickly. Okay, so. And then the 10%. I don't know. Sure, I have to use this ability to get activate the Rotten Wing Insignia, but the 10% is active when I use that final attack, assuming it works as I understand it correctly. Did I kill the horsey? Oh, I didn't want to kill the horsey. No one ever wants to kill the horsey. Poor horsey. So that 10% though, and it lasts 10 seconds is not bad. And, okay, this is pretty slow for successive hits, but it's... Whereas the jump attacks, I'm trying to avoid using the jump attacks. I gotta think about this. And then even that, well, okay, Assassin's a talisman for the bonus crit damage, which are certainly going to happen fairly often when you got a colossal weapon, but they're not going to happen as often as just using the Prelate's Charge and getting that bonus. I'm not sure. Ooh, right, this is a duel battle. He's got a friend, and I got a friend too. You want to meet my friend? He's a good friend. He likes doing friend stuff. Come on, Ornstein. Yeah, nobody's made more noobs quit than Ornstein and SMOUGH. Although in this case it's SMOUGH and Ornstein. Yeah, you do your... I got this guy. Oh yeah. Taste this. I hope you enjoyed it. No, not head first. You don't do a head first slam, that hurts. I mean, do you have an idea how much it must hurt to put all that weight down on your head? Wait, what are you doing here? Ornstein, you're supposed to have this guy. Man, I can't see a thing when he does that. You know what? That butt slam, sure reliable stagger attack. It's pretty reliable. Rollo! Well, I'm sure you're a great dude, but you ain't my best buddy Ornstein, so you can go sit on the... Ooh, I could have a dual... Nah, I mean, dual Omen Killer build. I mean, okay, the Omen Killer is actually pretty badass, apparently. And doing dual Omen Killers is, well, it wouldn't be all that different. Okay, well, it is different from having the Mimic tier, obviously, but, okay. It's not, like I was just saying earlier, if I'm just creating a build from within the game, it's already in the game, then, you know, that's nothing special. Everyone said figure that out. It's no challenge to that. Or even, like, builds where all I'm doing is just... you know, like something like, oh, here's a neat trick for big damage or something like that. Yes, I know there are some ways to cause massive damage. Okay, I know Big Bonks was an exception. That was not any particular special, like, character or class or whatever in the game. It was just a funny meme build that everyone knows, but I just thought it would be funny. It was just too much fun. I had to do it. And it was fun, although it became a little tedious, but it was fun. So that was an exception, but at least it was a little unique or different. But yeah, I don't really want to do those too often. And I'm certainly not going to do something just because, oh, it's a big damage build. Like anything like dual wielding 2 staffs of whatever, meteor or something. Whatever's the one that gives you like a 90% bonus to gravity magic or whatever it was. So I want to avoid stuff like that specifically because, oh, here's a big damage build. Well, that's I mean, that's pretty cool, but there's nothing that great about it. Oh, crap. I forgot to get this Grace all the way back here because now I have to run all the way across. That's why it's worth grabbing that Grace before crossing this bridge. Because now you gotta run, and this short stream is already getting shorter, and I have... Fire Giant could be a potential bitch. Because this... Well, I mean, does... Okay, no, so this doesn't do fire damage by default, so that's good. But Prelate's Charge does have some fire to it. So it could... I might have to... And then Butt Slam... Actually, Butt Slam has been surprisingly damaging so far. Although I'm still not sure yet if it's which one's more damaging, putting Butt Slam on the hammer or putting it on the dagger. I've seen some conflicting information about how Butt Slam works. People say, oh, it depends on your rate. Oh, it depends on what the weapon is. Oh, if the weapon is like a heavy weapon, it'll do more damage on Butt Slam. But I don't know if any of that's true. The only thing that sounds correct is that it's scaled to heavy damage because it's by defaults to heavy if you equip it. So it seems like that's the only thing that really matters, whether if the weapon's fully leveled and if it's classed as a heavy weapon. So I'm going to have to do some testing later to see if putting it on this hammer makes any difference. But if I put it on this hammer, then it can't use Prelate's Charge. And I have to put Prelate's Charge. Now, I don't mean like the default ability of the hammer is Prelate's Charge. But then I can't... Whoop. Oh, wait, no, I can go that way. It's not a fall. But I need to change it to heavy, so I got to put Prelate's Charge on top of Prelate's charge, just so I can change the hammer to heavy, right? So, and I only have one of these. I can't carry two. They're too damn heavy. I mean, it took like if I add 3 more points of damage, I'll be on a heavy. 3 points of weight, I'll be at a heavy load. So I got no room for anything else with this build. So I can't carry 2 hammers. So the best I can do is a dagger in my offhand for butt slam. So hopefully there are ways to. Hopefully the damage that doesn't make a difference what kind of weapon the butt slam is on. Hopefully. The only thing that matters is that it's a heavy weapon. And for Golden Slam, the weapon being sacred affinity and having faith matters to it more than what weapon it's on. So, although I might just have a second dagger. Oh right, I gotta enchant another. I gotta fully enhance a second dagger if I want to just have 2 daggers to switch to. But the moment I have 2 daggers to switch to, it starts getting more complicated, right? Because the idea is if Ornstein goes down, that's like Golden's butt slam, which just so happens to look a lot like his Phase 2 butt slam. Oh, that's all that's about. But I have apparently it's potentially more damaging than ground slam, but it's also holy damage, so we shall see. That's some testing I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. Thankfully this build is so easy to put together. Thank God. Prepping this one was very simple, really. I mean, all I had to do was get my big belly armor, and I gotta figure out where that other helmet is that also has this funny little face. That SMOUGH's armor has. His helmet is just a funny little face like this. Just a round little face. Right? There is another helmet that looks better than Tholier's hat. Or whatever this is, Tholier's mask. But I don't seem to have it on this account. I don't have it on this save file for some reason. It's on my PS5 save file. So, but I think it looks actually better than this because it doesn't have the hair. It doesn't have this weird wig thing going on with Tholier's mask. Hello, fellow belly brother. Just a friendly little swat to the stomach for you. He did not like the friendly little swat to the stomach. Do fat guys rub each other's stomachs playfully as greeting? I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm a little jolly, I shall say, but I'm not that jolly. You missed. Crossing the teeth bridge. I mean, I know they're not teeth, but it makes me think of teeth for some reason. Wow, you hit the ground. You're a terrible shot, man. You're supposed to be a sniper, a bridge sniper. But look, you're hitting the ground. You're hitting the side of the walls. You're terrible, man. Work on that aim. I was seriously waiting for like a shot to hit me in the butt as I was running away when I said that, because that sort of thing happens so damn often. Of course, I was like, work on your aim to the butt. Of course it does. I have a lot of runes right now, so I don't want to do my usual death charge off the mountain with this many runes, so let's spend them. I mean, I don't have that many runes, but it's just enough that they will be a waste. There we go. When I go and kill myself, when I go die recklessly, I do not want to have that many runes on hand. This amount is much better. So, can I make the skip? Can I do the skip this time? I don't know. I haven't had any luck so far. Except that first time I did it in like ages. Just randomly decided to see, hey, can I do it? And did it first time. I'm like, what the crap? No practice, no familiarity, just, I'll give it a shot. And then I did it. I'm like, what the heck? And now I've been trying to do it ever since. And I haven't been able to do it once since then. Here we go. Camera comes down, jump left. And it was too early. Poo. You're actually supposed to do it at the exact moment that the camera zooms out. For that death animation, where you're supposed to fall to your death, the camera zooms out. You gotta do it at that exact moment. Unfortunately, it's difficult to time. Until you've done this a bunch of times, you gotta get used to this idea. It's just as the camera, as you jump up and you start to fall, the camera sort of just naturally starts to tilt downwards. And at that moment that at the moment that one of those mountain tops or ridge peaks pops up into the camera is gonna like start panning downwards, and at the very peak of that downward pan, this one mountain peak will pop up into view, and that's the moment that the camera starts to do the zoom out for the falling to death animation, and that's when you're supposed to jump to the left. But you got to do it a few times. You got to get used to the feeling of when that camera zoom is going to happen, or when it's going to pan down and that camera and that mountain ridge comes into view. How did I do it that one time? Just first time I'd done it in ages, and I just did it right off the bat. Like I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just like, let's just see if this works. Like, oh crap, it worked. Holy cow! For a second, for a while, I was thinking they fixed it. But no, I did. Actually, you know what? There was an update recently. Maybe it's been fixed. Don't know why. From is so anal about fixing that. Like, I mean, who cares at this point? The game is 2 years old now. No one who's still playing Elden Ring gives a damn whether or not they skip a certain place in the game to get. Also, I don't have to do the whole crap like getting this or that, or fighting Neil or Niall, and getting the medallion, like all that stuff. No one cares anymore. When a game gets this old, who cares? Just let the people enjoy the game how they like. It's old. It's moved on. Everyone's playing Night Rain apparently. I mean, I played it. I didn't like it. I just don't like this feeling of like I need to like run like mad dash towards every major location, and and then hope that whatever I fight or whatever chest I find that has some gear I can use, that random element to it. I don't do well when it comes to random. Randomness is not something that benefits me very much at all. So it's very random and rush. You got like maybe a few minutes to do this when I just want to explore and find the loot, because I like the finding the loot stuff and how it's random and you never know when which boss or whatever is gonna drop some cool buff. And then of course the buffs themselves or the drops are random, so maybe it's fun for a lot of people, but for me not so much. And then it's only fun if it were like you keep your I don't like roguelikes. That's all it boils down to. I don't like roguelikes. I mean, a roguelike would have to be like really, really freaking good for me to tolerate it. And the only ones that ever came close to that are like Hades and Dead Cells. But those combat systems are just really damn good. Or in the case of Dead Cells, the game's very forgiving. Like the first time, well, not the first time. My first run I died like, I don't know, right off the bat. But my second run I think I got all the way to the clock tower. So. But see, as good as Elden Ring is in terms of like combat mechanics, like actual combat execution mechanics, the actual sword play, weapon play that's going on, it's actually Elden Ring is only just, and Souls in general is only just okay. I mean, it's great in terms of that. Well, everyone okay. Early on, everyone else was similar. But now that we're in Elden Ring, everything attacks really quickly, has long attack chains. So they finally had to speed up your attack speed a bit. So now it's getting better, but it's not like Hades or Dead Cells. Like, not nearly as snippy and snappy movement and fluidity as those games. Not saying it's bad. I'm just saying we're not Devil May Cry here, sort of thing. It's the fun is in finding the weapons and the gear and the loot and exploring and creating your builds. The actual combat is it's good enough. But it's like, the game is like, combat-wise, they've always been, Souls games have always been like 6, 7 out of 10, right? But exploration-wise and loot-wise and, you know, RPG-wise, it's like 11 out of 10. So, and that's the part that really catches my eye. So that's why I still would rather play this than a roguelike. Okay, enough rambling. Oh, I gotta get under you. Crap. What were they thinking going in a circle just then? Hi. Ornstein, I choose you! You know, it's funny I say that. I don't actually play Pokemon. I actually don't even like Pokemon. I've only ever played one Pokemon game, and so I just know the reference. Ornstein, you're not much use against a giant, are you? Oh crap, I can't tell the difference between my fire and his fire. Oh boy, that could be a problem. You know what, relays charge, not a good idea here. We're gonna have to just do butt slams. Whoops, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can't tell the difference between my fire and your fire. Our fire is the same fire. We burn on the same level. You're gonna stub your I'm gonna snub your toe. You're gonna slam a whatever the hell that is on my head. Hot lid. Don't get comparison. Yeah, I got a cigarette. Oh crap, this is not going well. Okay, I can't screw around. Looks like switching to butt slams is not the best idea. I hit you in the nose again. This flame pattern is a really solid one for a change. Where are you, Ornstein? Crap, flaming balls! Flaming balls! Those balls burn! Oh crap, I'm already low on HP. Oh boy. You will not want to get stuck on you. Not tonight. Oh, come on. I can't get stuck on anything tonight. Oh crap. Since when are those stupid balls of fire actually land under his butt? They pass through his ass, for crying out loud. Normally, the safest place to be when he shoots off that fountain of fire is to go right under his ass. The fireball literally flew out from his ass. Flew through his ass. What BS. Okay, fine. Unfortunately, I do not have time tonight. This is a shorter stream. I am not at my best tonight, so no, there will be no getting stuck on anything or anyone. This just has to end. That's all. Let's do it. But I kind of figured he might be a bit of a pain because he'd have the fire resistance, but I was not expecting the issue to be that I just flat out can't tell the difference between my fire and his fire. Nope, that didn't work either. Look at Ornstein. Don't suck this time. You weren't doing anything. Crap. Oh, talk about a prescient dodge. There's a big thing coming at me. I don't know when it's going to come, but it's going to come. Yes, you have stubbed your toe. Oh. What the hell just happened? Okay, since when does those little fire... Normally you can find a spot to move around in that fire. This time it's like they're like in these very even like lines. Like, when did that happen? Okay, I don't remember his fire ability there being so... Okay, I can't use Prelate's charge because then I can't see his flame attack. So I gotta I'm just gonna replace that with fire damage or fire resistance. So no point having the Rotten Winning Insignia if I can't use oh wait, but then I can put, if I'm not gonna use Prelate's charge because I can't bloody see his fire damage, I can put butt slam on. Okay, so that will save me some... Where are you, butt slam? Yeah, that'll save me a bit of a headache to think about. Okay, this is getting stupid. Okay, no, it's not stupid yet, but it's stupid because I'm trying to end the stream. I'm trying to do this one quick tonight. Since when do those flames are such a, like what the hell's going on? Those flames were never that so well spaced like that before, or lack of spacing, like no room to move around them in the past. What's going on here? And fireballs are flying through his ass. There's like no way to avoid that. I don't know. Sometimes he can hit me dead on and I'll take no damage, and other times I get thrown off the course, so whatever. Now that's a toast double. Okay, weren't you guys supposed to be good at killing giants or something? Okay, well, ORNSTEIN was the Dragon Slayer, but still. Okay, you are way too chunky to be just falling over from ceiling no reason. Oh yeah, now we stubbed that toe, man. straight slam right down on that big toe. He's deaf. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't be happy about that. Okay, fall over so I can hit you in the nose. Oh, that's a crit spot. I didn't know that could crit. Okay, what's going on? Normally there's a path I can use to hide. What the hell? What the hell's going on? There's normally a path I can use. Since when did the fire abilities have like no path you can use to get through them? I literally was... Oh, come on. What bullshit's this? What is this BS? Ornstein, you're useless. I don't even know if he's doing anything. God damn, this isn't all that different but from using the stupid dual giant... Okay, well, they were giant crushers, admittingly. I mean, that's kind of what they were built for. But, I mean, I didn't have any trouble with that. So why is this... I don't know, something's going on here tonight. Did they change something in the last update? Because suddenly there's no path to get around the fire attack. There's normally a path you can get around. It's pretty easy, actually, to avoid it. Now suddenly it's just death. Like, since, like, what changed? Okay, well, at least that I can see that lightning bolt doing something, but yeah. Well, it's hard to land that thing. Honestly, this damage is actually not that good. I mean, I'm not doing bonus fire damage, so I'm not getting that kind of. He's not giving me that kind of damage reduction or anything. Was that Ornstein doing that? 5,000 damage just then? Ornstein was literally attacking the foot, the lightning bolts. Oh, right on the big toe. That's a little too close to the edge. Why did he do that? I didn't even press that button. He literally pushed me to the flames. Yeah. This is getting annoying now. Let me hit you in the nose. I hit you in the nose. No, he burped on me. Normally, stay under here. I can't see now. I think this is the first time I've ever done this attack just here now. Okay, I hit him again. Well, normally when I'm fighting, I'm using like a bleed or something, so he can still benefit from using bleed, even though you're not attacking his damage zones. Although apparently it still staggers him. Where's that hand? Yeah. Apparently, this fire attack now no longer has a safe zone. Before, all you could do was just sit right under him and you'd be fine. It's like his own body would shield you from it, like, but you saw that fireball fly through his ass and somehow hit me. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know. They changed something. That was weird. Normally he does that fire attack and you just look for a little space to run through. It's easy. It's no problem. Where's that Grace? There's the Grace. You just look for a space, a path to go through. There's always one. This time, instead of moving in like a V-shaped pattern, they're moving in like rows, lines. And it was like impossible to find. I don't know. Maybe just not a lucky day. It's just weird. I mean, you guys have seen me do plenty of videos of me fighting him, and getting killed on that fire blast is usually not my biggest problem with him. It's usually pretty easy. Just park yourself under his ass. It'll umbrella you from... It'll be like an umbrella from all those fire attacks. Or usually. But I don't know what's going on there. There was like no paths for me to work with. Whatever, he's dead. Whoops. Oh god. I want to fall off here. I mean, that'd be worse than dying to him. You know, I just noticed that there are some connection errors
I have long this world and death. Are you prepared to commit?
On the YouTube screen.
Very well. Let
So
my hand rest upon you.
I guess it wouldn't be surprising if... I've had a lot of connection issues lately, but only for the Wi-Fi, not with the wired. And when I do the streams, I do it from the wired. Now, when I watch from the YouTube, that's a different story. But the actual stream is going through a wired connection, and it hasn't been an issue. But I won't be entirely surprised if there may be an issue for some of you, and I am having some sort of like minor connection error, even with the wired streams. So be aware of that. However, this whole issue I'm encountering with connections is sort of a new development. It's only been the last couple of days, and I'm still trying to determine if it's just, you know, a thing, because sometimes we have some periods around here where the connection is just kind of shitty for a few days, maybe a week, and then it's gone, and then other times it's... Well, actually, there's never been any other time. There's never been a time where my connection got so bad that I felt like I had to call for support. Eventually, it just goes away. But, so I seem to be going through a new period of one of these things. However, I am getting concerned that this modem seems to... The range on it seems to be dying. Why is everyone dodging my bum? Since when can they do that? Whatever. It's frankly fast. Dying to them and reloading is faster than trying to just run away from them. Whatever, guys. I don't have time for you tonight, I'm afraid. I am afraid it's just not a night for this sort of thing. Okay, we are going to put Prelate's Charge back on. Heavy. And the knife is going to get the Bum Slam. And I'm going to have to test later whether it makes a difference if I put, like, which one's going to do more damage, the hammer or the knife. So far, I'm actually not happy with this damage. I mean, I wasn't expecting that much. I mean, after Big Bonks and Frost Death Knight and heck, even from the stupid World of Warcraft Hunter with the Rain of Arrows, it's doing like upwards of like, I think it did 8,000 damage at one point. Like, okay, those are like really big, unusually large chunks of damage, but I was still expecting to do little more than just 1,000 on average. So today I was watching a video about the new Lego Batman game. Now I am no fan of the Lego games because they're, I mean, I know if a game is fun, a game is fun. It doesn't matter if it seems little simple or kitty or like basic, like art style. Any of that stuff shouldn't matter. If a game is fun, a game is fun. But they did just seem kind of like silly little platformers to me, so I didn't really play any of them. I don't know. I'm just not interested in them. But so the big hype going around is that this game is this new Batman game, the Lego Batman game, is very much like Arkham, and the Arkham game is a different story. I mean, I don't care for the stealth, but they're really good games. And I will, you know what? I'm not going to continue that thought. I'm just going to say, looks good. I will admit, it actually looks very interesting. So let's just get to, we'll just get right to this. Okay, now it's time for the ultimate duel fight. The big bad duo of Elden Ring versus the big bad duo from Dark Souls. Although admittedly they're probably much stronger, so this is not exactly a fair fight. But still, what we've been waiting for, and I completely missed. This time I'm not going to play fair. I'm just going to attack you. Oh crap. Where are you, Ornstein? Or Kristoff playing the role of Ornstein? Oh shit. Ooh. I actually staggered him out of that. I had no idea that was a thing. I was not trying to do that. Okay, you leave me alone. Leave me alone here. Leave me alone. Even Ornstein didn't do that. Or SMOUGH didn't do that. Okay, you definitely win the Chunky Boy contest. No, you're on the ground. I can't do my attack. Oh. Fine, you would do a belly slam. I do a butt slam. But still, I win. I mean, yours was more impressive. Good job, but still. I am the Chunky Boy here, not you. No! Come on. Let's see if we can knock him out of it again. Yes, we can knock him out of it! Hey, you're back. Okay, well, you know what, Ornstein? You do this. You take care of this. I'm doing all the work. Come on. Oh, come on, Ornstein. What was it, like maybe 1,000 HP damage? Oh, fine. Yes, he went down. I should have went to second phase, but I don't have the Golden Vow equipped at the moment. I really thought Ornstein could handle it. I'm sorry, Kristoff is a poor Ornstein substitute, but it's all I got. He's the only other spear-wielding lightning user I can think of who has a dash attack. So if there's anyone else, then someone let me know. But I went through the whole list, and no one comes close to Kristoff, what Kristoff can do. So, short of using mods, but that's not exactly an option. And as I explained earlier in the video, once you start using mods, it takes the fun out of it, because now you're not challenging yourself to try and use the resources available to recreate a certain character. Now you're just, you know, cheating, essentially. You're just brute forcing it, which I know is fun for a lot of people, but for me, if the goal is to create the build, it's not fun, because now I'm just cheating, essentially. It's no different from like creating like a Master Chief build and putting like all the Halo guns in the game. Okay, that's a more extreme example, but that's how I feel. I don't know what to tell you. And that's, of course, that was my goal, and I wanted to play Master Chief, then that's a different story. Okay, I don't like fighting you guys under the best of circumstances, so... But like I said, this is a shorter stream, because I am absolutely toast tonight. I am absolutely conked. I am quite tired, so... I am going to go straight to Malakath, unfortunately. Placidu Susu saxophone player will have to be maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. I can certainly prep myself to be at certain bosses to make that run. Hopefully I'll be better tomorrow. This guy has really poor lightning resistance. I only have like 15 lightning resistance. Everything else is like 40-ish. I mean, it's a lot of the armor I'm wearing is actually the Tree Sentinel set, which I guess that makes sense that there's low lightning resistance, but I'm a little surprised that lightning would be the thing that would be weak to. I mean, I think lightning and holy is the thing that those two are generally strong to. So, hey, oh crap. I'm saying hey, but then it's like, oh no, this is okay, just go away. I'm just trying to cross the bridge in peace. That's why I killed that guy, because he lightnings your butt while you're trying to cross. And you're gonna make this a little more complicated than it needs to be. Oh crap, that's not good. Wait, what hit me just then? Okay, whatever. So yes, I am actually using the hammer to actual guard attack. Well, I'm trying to use the guard attacks. I'm so used to dodging, I'm not quite pulling it off. But you know, because SMOUGH wasn't exactly dodge rolling, you know, all over the place. So I'm trying to use the hammer more as a guard, as a shield. And at 82% and 60 guard boost, that's not bad. That's not too bad at all, especially with the guard. Actually, what would be better, instead of reducing guard boost, we reduce the amount of damage I take on a guard. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not gonna get too. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. So now I have to fight a lightning. Now I have some very low lightning resistance. So I am, even though it's just a knight, I am gonna get that. I want that guard up. I want that lightning resistance up. It's actually a problem. So I'm definitely going to get that up. What will this do? Nice. Doesn't do anything for magic and holy damage, but for all the physical stuff, it's good. And most of the damage in this game is physical anyway. So what else can I do here? I can't do much of anything. I think I'm going to need more butt slams than anything else for this guy. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be guarding instead of dodging, but I can't help it. I'm just so used to it. Okay, he's down. Yeah, I got a bunch of your malformed dragon crap. mean, if your armor is malformed, you should probably repair it, you know? It's malformed. Means bad. Okay, let's get some runes, because Malakath is a bouncy boy, and this is going to be a... I expect him to be quite the fart. Quite the pain in the butt. Like a fart on an unlucky day. On a very, very bad day. Actually, if you're having painful farts, you should really talk to someone. Preferably a doctor. Actually, you should always be a doctor. Not people on the internet. Who are these crazy people who actually get medical advice on the internet from randos? Like, jeez. Anyway, that's definitely not something I'm going to get into. Where am I going to put the points at this point? I'm not sure. Am I even benefiting from strength? Oh, right. I had this at 70 at one point. I'm really not sure how much faith impacts Golden Slam, but I'm not really using it at this point. I have to do testing first. And it's not going to be much use against a lot of the God level bosses anyway. So, but I definitely could always use the magic, because summoning Kristoff is quite a bit of extra mana. And there's only like 2 points of damage at this point for the strength. No, percentage damage. I'm just going to put it into mind. I'm not sure where to put anything at this point. I'm just not getting much of a return otherwise. Obviously, if I could get my strength to like 99, because I was talking earlier about, you know, the percentage increases for two-handing and all that, but, you know, that's... Oop, right, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to be moving around a lot, so I'm going to get my stamina up. Well, I mean, yes, I have a lot of stamina anyway, but the hammer uses so much that the stamina regeneration might end up being more useful than anything else here. But this is actually one fight where guarding is actually a good idea. Maybe I should look at my guarding options too. He's going to be moving around too much to use any of my special abilities, really. So let's just focus on the guarding. And then guard attacks. Charge his final hit. Okay. Alright, ORNSTEIN. Another fool challenges us. And he is not a giant that can spew fire, so we should have more luck with this one.
Will not have it stolen.
Right, guarding against Malakath, not the best idea. Who? Well, SMOUGH is slow, I don't tell you. Malakath is fast, SMOUGH is slow. It's, that's the unfortunate reality here. So, going with the whole guard counter thing, absolutely owned first phase. It was, like, not even funny. Second phase, looks like I can forget the whole guarding thing. I'm like, oh, yay, finally get to use his hammer to guard. Yay, works great. And then the second phase is like, forget it. Don't bother with the guarding. Forget the guarding. I got to go back to dodging because the guarding is pointless with that stupid sword of his. I mean, yes, not all of his attacks do the damage that the debuff, but he immediately, after using a regular attack, it always combos into one of the black sword attacks. So, yeah. fall over the edge. Ornstein. Yeah, it works great first phase. No more guarding now. Okay, he wants to dance with Ornstein. I mean, not really surprising. Ornstein is the handsome one of the duo. That's just the thing. I couldn't move. Why can't I move? I had stamina. One thing to lose straight up, another thing, it's like I have stamina, I'm pressing and mashing the dodge button, and it's like, nope, sorry. And I do not have low poise with this build. I definitely do not. 75 poise. The only thing I can think of is this armor's so heavy, I'm losing a shit ton of stamina. You know what? Maybe I should think more in terms of maximum stamina than stamina recovery. Then again, stamina recovery, I mean, actual increase in stamina, we're talking like 20 points. I think the stamina recoveries will be more useful. Actually, this stream's going longer than I wanted to, because that stupid giant, now Malcath's being a real fart. See, the first phase goes by super fast. Whew, good call. Good timing, Ornstein. He doesn't really have much health in the second phase, really, but, you know, it's such a pain. He does so much damage so quickly. You gotta pound that blast button. Okay, well, okay, just got lucky. That's it. That's all that happened there. He decided at the key moments when I absolutely needed him to go after Ornstein, that's exactly what he did. So, SMOUGH and Ornstein win again, unless it's against giants, apparently. Then it's, or the wielder of destined death, who has the ability to kill gods. So, not surprising he can kill SMOUGH and Ornstein as well. And that is going to do it. Not like there's that many people watching right now anyway. So like I said, this is going to be a short stream. I am... Actually, frankly, it went longer than I wanted to go. I am just not at my best tonight, so I am really really out of it tonight. So I'm gonna end this one here. But don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a lot better. I'm definitely not gonna do anything dumb tonight. So anyway, so we got a nice little taste of SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN. I know we skipped a couple bosses I normally do, but honestly they're really easy to beat anyway, and they're all in the DLC except Placidusax. Yeah, I'll go back and fight Placidusax tomorrow night. But as for everyone else, Neil, them, some of the secondary bosses, Magmorphs, they're all in the DLC. I'll give them a shot. I think SMOUGH and ORNSTEIN kill dragons. Well, maybe not SMOUGH, but maybe we'll say, okay, well, ORNSTEIN has to kill some dragons because he's a dragon slayer. But tonight there was none of that because I just want to get it done quickly because I'm not at my best. But tomorrow we'll come back. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled gaming and make sure all the bosses that we're supposed to get will be got. And anyway, hope you come back tomorrow night. Be sure to like and subscribe and engage. If for some crazy reason you actually enjoyed this content, thanks for watching, guys. Good night.